Hello, my dear students. I welcome you all to today's lecture. We are solving surface area volume, chapter number 3, and we are now heading towards 13.3, exercise 13.3. Okay, now actually here I request you all to get your textbooks. Now, here in question number 1, they are telling that a metallic sphere of radius 4.2 centimeter is melted. It is a metallic sphere. It is melted and recast into a shape of a cylinder of radius 6 centimeter. Find the height of the cylinder. What are they trying to tell us is that, first of all, there is one sphere. It is a metallic sphere. Metallic sphere means it has got metal inside. It is whole metal from inside and outside. This metallic sphere is melted and recast into a shape of a cylinder. It is again recast means it is changed into the shape of a cylinder like this. Fine. And this cylinder, of course, this also is a metallic cylinder now. Fine. And this cylinder, whatever it is, they have told that the radius of this is equal to 6 centimeter, and we have to find the height of this. Now this means we have got two different figures. R1 is equal to 4.2 centimeter when it comes to the sphere. R2 is equal to 6 centimeter when it comes to the cylinder, and H2 we have to find. Fine, this is the condition. Now we have to understand that here concept is what? See, whatever is the volume of this, whatever is the ion present in this has become the ion over here. It means that whatever is the volume of sphere is actually equal to the volume of cylinder. This is what it means. We have to find them and equate them. Automatically we should be able to find the height of the cylinder. This you don't have to write. Actually, this you can draw in the figure question also, no problem. This you can draw in your solution. This, because of this I had to cut it actually. The solution when it comes to spherical metallic sphere, when it comes to metallic sphere, dimensions are what? That is only radius, that is equal to 4.2 centimeter. Nothing else a sphere has got. And we have to find the volume of a sphere. So we'll write over here volume of sphere. What is the formula for that? 4 upon 3 pi r cube. This is the formula. And then, therefore, volume of metallic sphere will be equal to 4 upon 3 pi r1 cube. This is your 1. Now we go to cylinder. Again, the dimensions of the cylinder, if I talk about, R2 is equal to 6 centimeter they have given, and we have to find H2. So we'll write over here again now volume of cylinder is equal to pi r square h. This is the volume of cylinder. Fine. Therefore, volume of cylinder will be equal to pi r2 square h2. This will be the volume of cylinder, and this is second. Now, we know that volume of metallic sphere is equal to volume of metallic cylinder. Therefore, 1 is going to be equal to 2. Therefore, 4 upon 3 pi r1 cube is going to be equal to pi r2 2 square H2. This is the condition. Fine. So if I go to solve this, I want H2. Pi R2 square will go over here. I am writing like this, 4 upon 3 pi R1 cube into this, both will go and divide over there, pi R2 square. This will be equal to H2. So here pi से pi मर गया. What you get is 4 upon 3 R1 cube is 4.2 into 4.2 into 4.2 upon R2 square is 6 into 6. Actually, it is wise what now? It is always nice when lots of decimals are there. It is always nice to get rid of the decimals. And how to get rid of the decimals is the most easy method is, how many ever decimals are there in the numerator, add that many zeros in the denominator. How many ever decimals are there in the denominator, add that many zeros in the numerator. So what we have got over here, H2 is equal to 4. I'll remove the decimals first. 4 into 42 into 42 into 42. Okay. H2 is equal to 4 into 42 into 42 into 42 upon, what will I write over here is, in the denominator I have got 3 into 6 into 6. 3 into 6 into 6. Now here I have got 4.2 into 4.2 into 4.2. In the numerator, 1, 2, 3 decimal places. 1 over here, 1 over here, 1 here. 3 decimal places. So I will add 3 zeros in the denominator. 1, 2, 3. That's why the decimals have gone. Now what do I get is, I will have to start 6, 7s are 42, 6, 7s are 42. Fine. 3, 1s are 3, 3, 4s are 12. So what I get now is 4 into 7 into 7 into 14 upon 1000. Okay. Then instead of dividing this, what I will do, multiply this and then I will remove the decimals in the same fashion. So what I will get, 7 7s are 49. 49 into 14 or 49 into 4. 4 9s are 36, 4 4s are 16, 17, 18, 19, 196. Again I will do 196 into 14. Are you getting? 7 7s are 49, 49 into 4. Then I do this, 4 6 are 24, 4 9 are 36, 37, 38, 4 4, 5, 6, 7. Now I got 196. 4, 12, 13, 14, 10, 17, 2744 is the answer of this. 2744 upon 1000. Now similarly here, to remove these 3 zeros, I will add 3 decimals in the numerator. So this will be equal to 2.744 centimeter. Therefore, height of cylinder is equal to 2.744 centimeter. Okay. Now going to question number 2. In question number 2, I request you all to follow me in the textbook. Metallic spheres of radii 6 cm, 8 cm, 10 cm respectively are melted to form a single solid sphere. Find the radius of the resulting sphere. Simple as that, my dear students. What is happening is that there is a metallic sphere. One is of the radius 6 cm. The other one more is there. This is of the radius, second sphere of radius equal to 8 cm. And there is one more third sphere that is of radius 10 cm. These three are melted and one big, of course, is supposed to be formed, whose radius is not known. We have to find the radius of this metallic sphere. Simple as that. What we will have to do, we will have to find the volume of this sphere 1, volume of this sphere 1, volume of this sphere, because this volume will tell us how much quantity of ion is over here, how much quantity of ion is over here, how much quantity of ion is over here. When I add all these volumes, then this is the actual volume of fourth sphere is actually going to be equal to volume of first sphere plus volume of second sphere plus volume of third sphere will be the volume of this. And this volume I have to equate with the volume of this. Simple as that. So here, these all things you are not supposed to write, but diagrams you can draw. So sphere 1, radius is equal to R1 is equal to 6 centimeter. Now we know volume of sphere formula is 4 upon 3 pi r cube. So volume of sphere 1 is equal to volume of S1, I'll write, is going to be equal to what? 4 upon 3 pi r1 cube. Let this be equal to 1. And volume of sphere 2 will be equal to volume of sphere 2 4 upon 3 pi r2 cube. That is one problem. We should have written over here sphere 2 r2 is equal to 8 centimeter. Similarly, sphere 3 r3 is equal to 10 centimeter. Therefore, volume of sphere 3 will be volume of S3, that will be equal to 4 upon 3 pi r3 cube. This is 2, this is 3. Now volume of, now for sphere 4, r4 is equal to not known, but volume of sphere 4 will be equal to 4 upon 3 pi r4 cube. But we know that they have given us the information that after melting the 3 spheres, the 4th sphere is made. That's why. But we know that volume of sphere 4 is actually equal to volume of sphere 1 plus volume of sphere 2 plus volume of sphere 3. That is, volume of sphere 4 is equal to 1 plus 2 plus 3. Volume of sphere 4 is actually what we have got, 4 upon 3 pi r4 cube is equal to 4 upon 3 pi r1 cube plus 4 upon 3 pi r2 cube plus 4 upon 3 pi r3 cube. These are the equations. So now what I will do, 4 upon 3 pi r4 cube, I will take out the common factor, 4 upon 3 pi, 4 upon 3 pi, 4 upon 3 pi. So 4 upon 3 pi will go outside, and here I will get r1 cube plus r2 cube plus r3 cube. This 4r4 cube. Now 4 upon 3 goes over there, it becomes 3 upon 4. Pi goes over there, 1 upon pi. This 4 upon 3 pi stays. R1 is actually equal to how much? 6 cube. R2 is equal to 8 cube. R3 is equal to 10 cube. Now here 3 3 से मर गया, 4 4 से मर गया, pi pi से मर गया. You have got R4 cube is equal to, now this we will have to start solving. 6 cube is equal to 6 into 6, 36, 36 into 6, 6 6 are 36, 18, 19, 20, 21, 216. This will be 216 plus 8 8 are 64 into 8. 8 4 is 32. 8 6 is 48. 49 50 51. 512 plus 10 cube is going to be 1000. If I add all those plus 216, what do I get? 821728 I will get. So R4 cube is equal to 1728. Now this I have to find the cube root of this 1728. See my dear students, 1728. So I will have to 2 8 is 16, 6 is 12, 4 is 8. 2 4 is 8, 3 is 6, 2 is 2 6. Now this 216 actually we have got. We can make it out, but still 2 1s are 2, 0, 2 8s are 2 5s are 2 4s are 3 9s are 3 3s are 3 1s are. Now we have to form cube root. Because we are going to find cube root, we will take the pairs of 3. These 3 2's will become 1 2. This again 3 2's will become 1 2. These 3 3's will become 1 3. 2 2's are 4, 4 3's are 12 is going to be the cube root of this. R4 is equal to 12 centimeter. Right over here taking cube root of both sides. Therefore, the radius of nu So with this we have finished second question. Quite easy this was. Now let us go to question number 3. In question number 3, a 20 meter deep well with diameter 7 meter is dug and the earth from digging is evenly spread out to form a platform 22 meter by 14 meter. Find the height of the platform. See, try to understand. Actually, this is again very easy. What we had done before, the sphere is melted to make a big sphere, or a sphere is melted to become a cylinder. Here what happens, there is a well which is dug. Now well is actually cylindrical in shape. Okay, well is cylindrical in shape. So here what happens, when you dug such a well, they are telling the well is 20 meter deep. That means height of the well is 20 meter. So H1 I have to take. Diameter is 7 meter. 7 meter is the diameter. So that will be R1 is equal to 3.5 meter. Fine. A 20 meter deep well with diameter 7 meter, right? 20 meter deep well, the height is equal to 20 meter. R1 is equal to 7.5 meter because half of the diameter. And the earth from the digging. Now here, earth means whatever the mud is taken out while you are digging this is spread evenly to form a platform. There is a platform which is made, something of this sort, like this. A platform is made. Fine. A platform is made 22 meter and breadth 14 meter. Find the height of this platform. Again same, my dear students, whatever this is, volume of cylinder is going to be equal to volume of cuboid. These both are going to be equal. We have to equate them, substitute the values. First equate them, simplify them, and then substitute the values. You should be able to find the height of the platform. Here when it comes to cylindrical well, dimensions are what? Radius R1 is equal to, we can write over here 7 upon 2 is equal to 3.5 centimeter. Height is equal to H1 is equal to 3.5 meter, 20 meters. Fine. Now, if I want now, otherwise I can take it afterwards also, but volume of cylinder, by formula volume of cylinder is equal to pi r square h. This is a general formula I am writing. So when I apply this formula, volume of cylindrical well, when I apply this on my well, I will get pi r1 square h1. Okay. Now I go to the cuboidal platform. Dimensions are what? L is equal to 22 meter, breadth is equal to 14 meter, and we have to find H2 is equal to what? Now volume of cuboid is equal to length into breadth into height. This is the formula for the volume of a cuboid. Therefore, volume of cuboidal platform will be equal to L2 into B2 into H2. But we know that volume of cylindrical well is actually equal to volume of cuboidal platform. Therefore, I will get 1 is actually equal to 2. 1 is pi r1 square h1 will be equal to L2 into B2 into H2. Here simplification is not possible because they are all different. So pi will be 22 upon 7 right now. Yes. R1 square will be 3.5 into 3.5. Height is equal to 20. L2 is equal to 22. B2 is equal to 14 and H2 I have to find. So what I will do, I will shift 22 and 7 over here. 22 into now 35 into 35 into 20 upon. There are two decimal places over here. To remove these two decimal places from the numerator, I will add two zeros in the denominator. This is all set. Now 22 will come and divide over here. 14 also will come and divide over here. And that is what I will do, get the value of H2. So now starting to divide, 7 5s are 35, 22 से 22 मर गया. Then 7 5s are 35, 7 2s are 14, 2 10s are. So what I get is 5 5s are 25. Here 1 0 we go. What I'll get, 25 upon 10 is equal to H2. Therefore H2, this 1 0 will go 2.5 meter. That means the height of the platform is equal to 2.5 meter. This should be the answer of that third one. Yes, it is right. Okay, my dear students, it is simple. Nothing to worry about this question also. Now we go to the question number 4. A well of diameter 3 meter is dug 14 meter deep. Again, there is a well. The earth taken out of it has been spread evenly all around it. All around it means all around the well. Now this is interesting. In the shape of a circular ring of width 4 meter to form an embankment. Find the height of the embankment. Now this is going to be really very interesting. See, my dear students, actually speaking, how many, see, before this what we had done? We had only two structures, cylindrical well, platform, or we had sphere, 3 spheres and one big sphere. We could very easily make it out. But in this question, what is happening? Try to understand this question. There is a well, fine. This well is very even understood. No problem in understanding this well. Well of diameter 3 meter, that means R1 is equal to 1.5 meter. Fine. Oh, it should have come in the center. Fine. Is dug 14 meter deep. Okay, fine. Now this goes, supposing like this, 14 meter deep. Fine. So H2, H1 is equal to 14 meter. This is about the well I am speaking now. Earth taken out of it has been spread evenly all around it. All around this well. Now when the mud is going all around it, how will it go? It will go like this. Means when we place the mud like this mud is going all around the well and not inside the well. Outside the well it is. And then up to a certain height, whatever is the height of this. Like this it is going to be. I hope you all are getting this. So it is going to be somewhat of like this. Fine. And we have to count this. But now what happens when we talk about, we don't have a figure, any such figure. See, we have a cylinder like this. But do we have a cylinder? Have we tackled a cylinder which is hollow over here? Like this we have not tackled. Try to understand. This type of cylinder we have not tackled, which is hollow only up to here, and this has got, the wall is so, it is not thick, it is actually big wall. I don't know the volume, how to calculate the volume of this. I don't have any, I know how to calculate it. I don't have any formula of to counting the material which is over here, only up to here. I have to count the material which is over here. Try to understand in this part, because in middle the material is not there. Okay, I know the formula for surface area, which will count the very surface of the cylinder, curved surface area. But what about this? Because if I go to find the volume, I will apply the moment I apply the formula for the volume, it will be counting this space also. I don't want to count this space. I only want to count this space where the mud is sitting. Here, this space where the mud is sitting. But the mud will be sitting, not sitting over here, na, inside. It will be sitting only in this outer space. So for that, what happens? Definitely we will have to see volume of well will be required. Why the volume of well will be required? Because that is the volume of the well, whichever is the, when the well was dug, whatever the volume of this well is, that much amount of mud has come out. And that much amount of mud is sitting over here. So volume of well will be required, because volume of a well is equal to the earth made. Earth used to make embankment. This is the volume of the embankment. This is the volume. This is given us. This volume of well is nothing but the amount of mud which is sitting over here, which is exactly equal to the amount of mud which is sitting over here. So we have to find the volume of the well, because I told you, I am repeating it again and again. Volume of well is exactly equal to the volume of the mud which is sitting over here around the well. But when I see to find the volume of the embankment, embankment means this structure which is outside the well and around the well, then what I will have to do, I will have to actually consider one more cylinder of the well, which is of the height of the embankment. See, this is the total height of the well, but that part of the well, which is again cylindrical in part and which is exactly equal to the height of the embankment, that is a different cylinder. That is the third figure I have to consider. That is basically this, the cylindrical well up to the height of the embankment. That will be different. Again, I will have to take the volume of that part. Are you getting? See what I am talking? Volume of cylindrical well of height equal to embankment. This also volume I will have to take. Why I have to take that volume? Because now when I take volume of embankment, when I take volume of embankment, then I will be applying the volume of the cylinder and I will be getting the full volume, right? I will be getting the full volume. I will be getting the full volume. This is the volume of the embankment. But from this volume of embankment, when I will separate the volume of cylindrical well of height of embankment, when I subtract this, that means I am subtracting what? I am subtracting this cylindrical well of height embankment. This I am subtracting. When I subtract this, then what remains is only this mud. And this mud is nothing but equal to the volume of the well. Try to understand, this mud which I have got is nothing but volume of mud which I have got is actually equal to the volume of the well. This is how I have to understand this question. There are in total 3 figures. One is the volume of cylindrical well. Another is the volume of the embankment. Okay. And the other one is the volume of the cylindrical well up to the height of the embankment. 3 figures will be there. And they will be having what dimensions. See, try to understand. Volume of, cylindrical well. First is cylindrical well. When I talk about cylindrical well, then dimensions I will take. Dimensions of cylindrical well. Height, be careful, is equal to h1 is equal to 14 meter. This is given in the question. Radius is equal to r1 is equal to 1.5 meter. Now volume of cylinder, formula for volume of cylinder is pi r square h. This is the general formula which I am going to use. Fine. And then volume of cylindrical well will be equal to pi r1 square h1. This is done. This is done. Now I have to think about the volume of the cylindrical well up to the height of the embankment. Volume of cylindrical well of height equal to height of embankment. Dimensions. See, what will be the dimensions of this? This is you have taken first figure. This is you have taken second figure. Fine. See this here, the radius will be even now same, r1. This radius and this radius will be same because it is the radius of the same well, will be equal to 1.5 meter. But when it comes to height, this will be different. This will be equal to the height of the embankment, which we don't know. Fine. So now volume of cylindrical well of height h2 will be equal to pi r1 square h2. Fine. So this is your second part. Now coming to the embankment, this is going to be interesting. Third is embankment, which is again cylindrical. Cylindrical. See, one by one you have to think moderately and patiently. Okay. Here the radius is going to be equal to what? See, the radius is going to be now the radius of the well. The radius of the well from here to here, and again this is there. Any instruction about this is given? A well of diameter 3 meter is dug 14 meter deep. The earth taken out has been spread evenly all around it in the shape of the circular ring of width 4 meter. Okay, so this actually is 4 meter wide. This from the well it is 4 meter wide. See, try to understand. This is 4 meter wide. Huge embankment they have made. This is 1.5 meter का तो well है. उसके बाजू में 4 मीटर का width का, मतलब अच्छे से whoever wants to use it, wash clothes, take bath and all, everything will be done properly. So here this is 4 meter. So what will be the radius of the embankment then? 1.5 over here and 4 over here. Total will be 5.5 meter will be the radius of the embankment. Try to understand this. Okay, is equal to 1.5 meter plus 4 meter, which will be equal to 5.5 meter is the radius of the embankment, and height of embankment is still the same, which we don't know. So therefore volume of embankment, whole embankment, full embankment will be equal to pi r2 square h2. This is full whole embankment, volume of whole embankment. Okay, so is equal to pi r2 square h2. This is 3. Now we will come to know. So this 3 we have calculated. You have understood up to here. I suppose you don't have any problem up to here. I don't feel so, because the explanation is going very smooth and clean. So it should not have any doubts. So going back, now what we will do is that volume of embankment actually, now we will just say volume of actual embankment, not the whole one, is actually going to be volume of cylindrical well, volume of, not cylindrical well, I am very sorry, is equal to volume of whole embankment minus volume of cylindrical well of height equal to height of embankment, height equal to h2. Fine. This will be the volume of actual embankment. The volume of actual embankment means it is outside part, will be equal to volume of whole embankment. What is that? Volume of whole embankment is 3. Volume of well up to height h2 is 2. 3 minus 2 will be equal to 3 minus 2. That will be equal to, what is 3? Pi r2 square h2. Pi r2 square h2 minus what is 3? Pi r1 square h2. Pi r1 square h2. So here pi and h2 will go out, common factor, r2 square minus r1 square. This will be your volume of actual embankment. But now volume of actual embankment, but this is one way of understanding the volume of actual embankment, which is actually equal to the volume of mud or earth taken out, dug out for well, which is actually equal to volume of cylindrical well. Therefore volume of actual embankment is equal to volume of cylindrical well, which is 1, is equal to 1. Therefore 1 is equal to 4. This volume of actual embankment is equal to 1 and 4 are same. What is 1? Pi r1 square h1. Pi r1 square h1 is equal to, what is 4? Pi h2 r2 square minus r1 square. Slowly, steadily, सबको वैसे का वैसा देखिए कॉपी करो. Now I have to find h2. I have to find h2. So these all things will go over here. Pi r1 square h1. This pi will go over there in bracket r2 square minus r1 square. This will give me h2. Pi से pi मर गया. Now r1 square h1. I'll better tear this off. R1 square h1, R1 h1, 1.5 and 14. So 1.5 into 1.5 into 14. This is R2 square minus R1 square. R2 square is what? 5.5 square minus R1 square. R1 square is 1.5 square. 1.5 square. This is equal to h2. So if I go to calculate this, now here I can't take out decimals. I can only take out decimals over here, but this I can't take out because this is subtraction over here. I will have to solve this. 5.5 square into 5.5 square. See here. 5.5 square minus 1.5 square. This is what I have got, right? So 5.5 square is actually equal to 5.5 into 5.5 minus 1.5 into 1.5. Now 55 square is equal to 3025. So here two decimal place, one over here, one over here, it will be 30.25 minus 15 square is equal to 225. Again one decimal place over here, one total two decimal places. This is going to be like this. So 30.25 minus 2.25, this is gone. 30 minus 2 will be 28. So like this answer will be 28. 1.5 into 1.5 into 14 upon 28 you can directly write. No problem. If you want, you can write this 30.25 minus 2.25 and then you can write 2.28, only 28. Now if I do go along, I will get 15 into 14 upon 28. Two decimal places from here I have removed. 100 is equal to h2. 7 2s are 14, 7 4s are 28. What is this? Did I do any mistake again? 2 2s are 4, 5 3s are 15, 5 2s are 10, 0, 5 3s are 15, 5 4s are 20. This is going to be something very abnormal. 3 3s are 9, 2 4s are 8 is equal to h2. Now 9 divided by 8, if I go to calculate, 8 1s are 8, 1 0 point, 1s are 8, 2 0, 2s are 16, 4 0. 1.125. Height is going to be 1.125 meters. This is correct. 1.125 meters. So this question is really very lengthy and very nice. If you understand this question, then many things you will understand, my dear student. It is not difficult, but you have to really understand it. See again and again, see this at least 3 times and then try to solve it according to the concept, according to the thought process that I am going forward. Okay, my dear students. So I can go for the 5th one also maybe. No, I'll stop over here, my dear students. This is a big time. Okay, and the next lecture we'll meet each other again. Stay home, stay safe, and most importantly, stay happy, my dear students. See you all soon. Bye for now.